If you're thinking about buying a new car in the next year,
I don't know.
you need to stop and watch this first. They may look like a good deal today, but these cars won't even exist in 2026. Here are 9 cars that are getting phased out and why you should avoid them at all costs. Let's dive in. First up, the Chevrolet Malibu. This car has been around for over 50 years, but 2026 will be its final lap. General Motors announced it will cease production to make way for its electric lineup. While the Malibu was once a strong contender in the mid-size sedan market, it's been slowly falling behind competitors like the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry. Sales have been dropping year after year, and the writing's been on the wall. If you buy a Malibu now, just know that support will fade fast. Replacement parts will be harder to find within a few years, resale value will take a massive hit, and you'll be driving a car the automaker no longer supports. Don't get caught with a discontinued model unless you're prepared for the long-term hassle. Next, the Dodge Charger and Challenger. That's right. Dodge is officially ending production of its iconic muscle cars in favor of electrification. While the brand says it plans to bring back electric muscle, the gas-powered Hemi engines are gone for good after 2024 production wraps up. And dealerships will likely sell their last units in 2025. If you're into performance driving, this is sad news, but it's also a warning. Don't buy a new Charger or Challenger in 2025 thinking you're making a smart investment. With the platform discontinued, parts will spike in price, insurance will climb, and you'll have a car that's out of sync with the rest of the evolving lineup, not to mention any tech updates or software support will stop cold. Now let's talk about the Toyota CHR. This subcompact crossover never really took off in North America, and Toyota is pulling the plug on it in several markets. In fact, it's already been removed from the US lineup, and most other regions will see it gone completely by the 2026 model year. One of the biggest issues with the CHR was its awkward design. It looked cool but sacrificed practicality. Rear seat space was tight, cargo room was limited, and the powertrain felt sluggish compared to the competition. Buying a vehicle that's being discontinued due to underperformance isn't just risky, it's a red flag. Resale value will collapse, and Toyota won't be in any rush to support it with future features or upgrades. Now onto the Nissan Versa. This one might shock you. The Versa has been one of the most affordable cars on the market, making it popular with students, fleet buyers, and budget-conscious drivers. But affordability doesn't mean longevity, and Nissan has already begun phasing it out globally. The reason? Diminishing demand for small sedans, tighter emission standards, and a shift in consumer preference toward compact crossovers. Nissan plans to focus more on the kicks and newer electric models. What does this mean for you? If you buy a new Versa in 2025, you're buying into an aging platform with no future. And since the resale market is moving away from sedans, you'll take a big loss if you try to sell it later. Let's move to Ford, specifically the Ford Edge. Ford is ending production of the Edge in 2025, and it won't return for the 2026 model year in its current form. That's a huge move, considering the Edge was once one of Ford's best-selling mid-size crossovers. Why is it going away? Mainly because Ford wants to free up production space for EVs and next-gen SUVs. The Edge's platform is aging, and instead of redesigning it, Ford is letting it go. If you're shopping for a family SUV and looking at the Edge, it's time to reconsider. As soon as production ends, dealer incentives will vanish, support will decline, and aftermarket value will fall sharply. You're better off looking at alternatives like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Kia Sorento, or even the upcoming Explorer EV. Next up, the Audi TT. A fan favorite among enthusiasts, the Audi TT is finally being retired in 2026 after nearly 25 years of production. Audi made the decision as part of their broader transition toward electric vehicles and more practical models. The TT is a low-volume car, and while it's fun to drive, it's always been a niche product. Audi has confirmed it won't be making a direct replacement. Here's the problem. With parts already limited and production nearing an end, owning a TT past 2026 is going to be a challenge. From specialty tires to tech modules, sourcing components will get expensive and annoying fast. And if something big goes wrong, most service centers won't stock the parts. On a similar note, the Kia Stinger. The Stinger was Kia's bold entry into the sports sedan market. Rear-wheel drive, turbo engines, sleek looks. It was supposed to compete with BMW and Audi at a lower price point. And for a while, it did. But now it's gone. Kia already stopped production, and 2025 is the final year you'll see it on lots. Why did it die? Simple. Crossovers took over, and the Stinger never sold in the numbers Kia hoped for. Enthusiasts loved it, but mainstream buyers went for the Telluride or Sportage instead. If you're eyeing a used or leftover new Stinger, be cautious. Future support will be limited. Kia's focus is shifting to EVs and hybrids, and the Stinger platform won't be updated. You'll be stuck with an orphan car in a rapidly changing market. Let's bring up another, the Hyundai Veloster. This quirky little hatchback stood out for its three-door design and peppy performance in the N variant. But the regular Veloster models were already discontinued, and the N is officially ending production in 2025. Hyundai is moving resources toward performance EVs under the N badge, and the Veloster doesn't fit that long-term plan. Buying a Veloster N now might sound fun, but there are warning signs everywhere. Parts are specific and rare. The car's body panels, interior trim, and engine components are not widely shared across Hyundai's lineup, making repairs expensive in a few years. And when a niche car like this goes out of production, even simple stuff like door handles or bumpers becomes a nightmare to replace. Last on the list, the Mitsubishi Mirage. This car has been hanging on for dear life, and it's finally reaching the end of the line. One of the cheapest new cars available for years, the Mirage is being phased out in most global markets by 2026. Why? It can't meet new emissions and safety regulations without a full redesign, and Mitsubishi has no interest in doing that. If you're considering a new Mirage just to save a few bucks, think again. The platform is old, the safety ratings are weak, and the car lacks even basic tech most modern drivers expect. On top of that, support will be thin, especially as Mitsubishi continues to shrink its market presence. Buying a Mirage in 2025 is like buying a pager in the age of smartphones. It might work, but it won't be fun. Now, if you've made it this far, here's what you need to take away. Every car on this list is either confirmed to be ending production or has already begun its exit. And buying one now, even if it's brand new, comes with serious downsides. You'll be stuck with a discontinued model, lose value rapidly, face challenges with parts and service, and be left behind in terms of technology and emissions compliance. The automotive world is moving fast. Hybrids, EVs, and all new platforms are rolling out constantly. Don't anchor yourself to a car that's already on its way out. If you're shopping in 2025 or 2026, make sure the car you're buying has a future, not just a past. Because a car that's being phased out is rarely a good investment, no matter how good the deal looks on the lot.